So let me start my video tour of Ambleside. You're looking at the corner of Keller and Bloom where the property is located. It's in Indian Hill. We're on a 5-acre lot. Ambleside, as it's affectionately known, used to be the property of Marge and Charles Schott, and they were made famous here in Cincinnati by their wealth. Eventually, Charles bought a Cincinnati dealership for Chevrolet, and after his passing, his wife Marge took over. In time, she became the general partner of the Cincinnati Reds, and she lived back actually through those pine trees in the back. There's a mansion that's still there, a Tudor mansion that was constructed in the 20s, I think, by some bootleggers. But in any case, when she passed, they took her 80 acres and divided them up. The mansion stays on 15, and there were 5-acre parcels. We bought the first one on the corner of Keller and Bloom. So I picked this time of day to show you this, the property itself, before going into the house. The house, as you will see, is a fantastic house. But to me, the most valuable aspect of what we have here is this property. The privacy that we have is just second to none. From April through November, you've got this canopy surrounding you on 3 sides. The property, as I said before, was the Ambleside estate. It used to be pastures. And so they cordoned off the pastures with fencing. And after the days of the cattle were done, the fencing stayed, and Ohio's natural growth took it over. So we always knew this last property would someday be built on, and 8 years went by and nothing happened, and I knew that it was owned by somebody. I built these mounds when we dug the pool, and the reason I did it was that I could get a few feet of elevation, and I've planted 30 5 to 6 foot green thuja giants, which in 5 years will have a wall so dense that you'll never see this house. They grow to about 60 feet in height, and they grow quickly. But anyway, the house goes away. The back of the house, fire pit, screened-in porch. We built this pool, I guess, 7 years ago. Put in all the landscaping, all the drainage. It's had a locking cover built on it, so you don't have to have a fence around the property. The combination is over there by the grill that we built. Okay, as I resume the tour, you're on the highest point in the property. It's a good thing. We're on Indian Hill, which is one of the highest elevations in Cincinnati. And so because we're at a high point in the property, and we're much higher than that very first spot I showed you, the drainage is incredible. And it just clears off any spring rains, and we don't end up with standing water. This is a direct view from the back. So when I say back, I'm looking east. This would generally be south. And then, of course, where the sun is to the west. I remember when Donna first sold me this property 10 years ago, she said, you know, this is going to become one of the hottest addresses in Indian Hill. What I didn't understand was what she meant. And now I know. You can't understand or appreciate this because you're from out of state, but a mile in that direction is the entrance to I-71. So you have country estate living in a home built by an estate, award-winning estate builder, and it couldn't be more peaceful. Maybe you can listen. It's just a fantastic place. So I'm standing in the southwest corner of the property, looking back. You can see our leaves are just now beginning to reach that pretty time of the year. It's early October. 2 weeks, they're peak, and then they fall by November. It was late yesterday, so I noticed the sun really wasn't on the front of the house. I thought I'd give you a look in the daytime. Landscaping, we've got the whole house covered. It's not the time of the year to see it at its finest, but it's still here.